This video is sponsored by Granite Studio, RKTF University.
Good morning, I'm Dusha Agarwal and you're watching News Flash. Today is the 10th of May and we have a lineup of crucial stories touching every corner of the globe, from the latest developments in politics to groundbreaking advancements in technology. The Ministry of External Affairs clarified that Canada has not provided India with any specific or relevant information regarding the murder of Sikh separatist Hardeep Singh Nijjar. The statement comes after Canadian police announced the detention of 3 Indian citizens in connection with the incident. Maldives President Mohammad Muizzu will hopefully visit India very soon, his Foreign Minister Musa Zamir said on Thursday. During the India-UK Strategic Dialogue, NSA Ajit Doval met with Tim Barrow, his counterpart from the United Kingdom. Government officials reported that discussions included the Technology and Security Initiative aimed at enhancing cooperation in critical and emerging technologies between the two nations. The Biden administration is intensifying efforts to protect American AI technology from China and Russia. Plans are underway to impose restrictions on the most advanced AI models, including those akin to the core hard software driving systems like ChatGPT in order to bolster national security. India has extended its support for the construction of a reservoir on the cross-border Teesta River in Bangladesh. Foreign Minister Hassan Mahmood made this announcement following a meeting with Indian Foreign Secretary Vinay Mohan Kwatra, who also called on PM Sheikh Hasina during his visit. Tesla is preparing to test its advanced driver assistance system in China as part of its plans to introduce a robo-taxi service. This initiative was the primary purpose of Tesla CEO Elon Musk's recent visit to China, during which he met with top Chinese officials. Operations at Senegal's main airport near the capital Dakar have been halted after a plane veered off the runway. The aircraft, bearing the insignia of Senegalese carrier Transair, was observed in a nighttime video circulating on social media, parked on the grass with a wing covered in fire-retardant foam. EdTech company Think and Learn, known for its Byju's brand, has reportedly reduced core subscription fees by 30 to 40% and increased sales and incentives by 50 to 100%, according to sources. Now, Byju's founder and CEO, Baiju Ravindran, now directly involved in daily operations, unveiled a revamped sales strategy focused on scalability and flexibility during a meeting with 1,500 sales associates and managers. Vietnam's Ministry of Foreign Affairs has stirred frustration within the European Union by postponing a meeting scheduled for next week with the EU's top official on Russian sanctions. This delay comes amid speculation about a potential visit to Hanoi by Russian President Vladimir Putin. The World Health Organization says it has only 3 days of fuel for its medical operations in southern Gaza, with shortages already forcing one of the 3 remaining hospitals in the city of Rafah to shut down. OpenAI introduced new guidelines outlining how it aims to govern its AI technologies like ChatGPT and Sora. The newly released model spec document indicated that the company is exploring the possibility of extending its capabilities to include explicit content such as pornography. President Vladimir Putin warned that his nuclear forces were always on alert and that Russia would not tolerate any threats from the West. British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak urged university chiefs to address the rise in anti-Semitic abuse on campus and disruption of learning in reaction to the Israel-Hamas conflict. Gunmen carried out a deadly attack near southwestern Pakistan's Gwadar port, killing 7 laborers. According to police, the assailants entered a house approximately 25 kilometers east of the port city and fatally shot the laborers as they slept. It is time for a break now. We'll be back with more news. Stay tuned.
खानदानी लुटेरों की कोशिश होगी बेकार, फिर एक बार मोदी सरकार।
शिक्षा देश का गौरव है और RKTF यूनिवर्सिटी शिक्षा का उद्यम है। RKTF में सवारे अपना भविष्य। PhD, MPhil करें अपने पसंदीदा विषय में। सर्टिफिकेट डिप्लोमा के 74 कोर्सेज। RKTF यूनिवर्सिटी।
The ministry offices in Luton's Delhi, Hotel Janapath, as well as airport terminals. Granite Studio India, with its prestigious brands rich experience, and the trust of our clients can be your reliable partner. We are here for you, for innovating, processing, supplying, and executing in stone. Contact us today for our special sample kit.
Nearly 79,000 people have fled Rafah since Monday after Israeli forces ordered evacuation from the southern city as the country moves one step ahead to expand its offensive into the region. In anticipation of the Supreme Court's ruling on interim bail for Arvind Kejriwal in a money laundering case related to a now defunct excise policy, the Enforcement Directorate submitted an affidavit opposing bail for the Delhi Chief Minister. India exports have surged to 115 countries out of a total of 238 destinations during the 2023-24 period, as per data from the Commerce Ministry. This growth comes despite ongoing global economic uncertainties. Tata Group-owned Air India Express is facing turmoil as flight disruptions persist due to a shortage of staff. Since Tuesday night, over 100 flights have been cancelled as a group of cabin crew members called in sick and reported turned off their phones in protest against alleged mismanagement within the airline. North Macedonia's nationalist opposition has initiated the quest for a coalition partner between the electorate's frustration with the slow progress towards European Union membership, leading to the end of the Social Democrats' 7-year rule. Air India Express has reportedly agreed to retract termination letters sent to 25 cabin crew members, as per sources on Thursday. This decision follows a meeting between the Air India Express management and the protesting crew, organized by the Chief Labour Commissioner. At least 8 people were killed in an explosion that occurred at a firecracker manufacturing unit near Sivakasi in Tamil Nadu's Varudhananagar. A distressing incident unfolded in the Drazanda area of the Dera Ismail Khan district as the sole private school for girls in a remote village of Restiv North Waziristan was destroyed by explosives. Fortunately, no casualties were reported from the incident. Iran freed 7 of the 25 crew on a Portuguese flagged ship that was seized in the Gulf on April 13, Portugal's foreign ministry said on Thursday. 5 Indians, a Filipino and an Estonian from the MSC Aries were released, the ministry said in a statement. As many as 190 people were safely evacuated from a plane in Turkey after one of its tires burst during landing at a southern airport, Turkey's transportation ministry said. A Lebanese security source said 4 Hezbollah members were killed in an Israeli strike on a vehicle in the country's south and the latest such raid in months of cross-border hostilities. Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath on Thursday strongly criticized Congress leader Sam Pitroda's racist remarks, terming them irresponsible or reprehensible and demanding an apology from the party. Congress leader Adhir Ranjan Chaudhary is facing criticism for his defense of Sam Pitroda's controversial remarks, which drew parallels between people in South India and Africans and those in the East to Chinese. When questioned about his stance on Pitroda's comment, Chaudhary remarked that not everyone in India looks alike and referred to different racial groups within the country, including views of a radically offensive term. During his first official visit to India, Maldives Foreign Minister Musa Zomeir addressed derogatory remarks made by some Maldivian ministers against Prime Minister Narendra Modi earlier this year. Zomeir stated that his government has distanced itself from these comments and had taken proper action to prevent similar incidents from occurring in the future. Abdul Malik al-Houthi, the leader of the Houthis in Yemen, issued a declaration on Thursday stating that his group would target any ship involved in delivering or shipping goods to Israel, regardless of the destination. That's all for the headlines of the day. For more updates, download the app and keep watching Rhythm.